guys, it's me Julie and I'm here today to do a review on the number 7 Radiance Boosting Hot Cloth Cleanser. So I purchased this in the States last weekend at Target, and I know that here in Canada Shoppers Drug Mart has number 7 products, but I'm not sure if they have this particular product specifically, but definitely recommend you go out and look for it because it's a really good product, and I'll tell you why. So this is basically number 7's version of the Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish, which I haven't tried, but I thought I would give this a whirl because it was $10 at Target, and I thought for, 6.7 fluid ounces of cleanser, that's pretty good. Normally, now I have dry skin, very dry skin. So normally I use my CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser because this has hyaluronic acid in it. So that helps your skin retain its moisture. It's really good for that. However, it just kind of cleans my skin and keeps it moist, but I never feel like, oh wow, my skin looks fantastic. So I wanted to try a hot cloth cleansing system. Now, the thing with hot cloth cleansing systems is, basically, you can do the same thing at home using a face cloth. So you put your cleanser on your face. The idea is you put the cleanser on, then you run the cloth under as hot a water as you can stand, and then you put the cloth over your face because that steams your face, opens your pores, it allows the product to sink in. You get a nice little spa treatment sitting there in the bathroom for a few minutes while that does that. And then you use the cloth to wipe off your makeup, and it exfoliates your skin as you go along. So you can do that with a terry cloth, or you can do it with a muslin cloth. So a lot of these systems are providing muslin cloths. If you want to know what a muslin cloth is, this is what a muslin cloth is. And it's basically a hunk of, it's very gauzy, it's like a hunk of cheesecloth, only you'd have to get like a much finer weave. And this one doesn't have, this is the one that came with this. It's not the highest quality, but it's actually pretty nice. And why I like this is, first of all, it doesn't hold the temperature, that it doesn't hold the heat for very long. So you get the cloth wet and you put it over your face, and by the time you do that, the cloth is cold, which in a way is good because you're not putting hot water in your face for too long, which makes your skin dry. And I just really like the feel of this as opposed to terry cloth on my face, because the weave in it exfoliates my skin, but it doesn't feel rough on my skin like terry cloth does. I find terry cloth can be really kind of heavy and scratchy feeling, whereas this, I can feel what it's doing because I can feel the texture of the weave, but I just feel like it's much more gentle on my face, and I don't end up with rubbed raw face, which is great. So the great thing about muslin cloths is you can make your own just by buying some muslin. Or on eBay, you can go and find, 6 for a penny, or they're just crazy cheap. And they dry much quicker than a terry cloth face cloth does, which is great because it doesn't hold the water and you don't get that. I find a lot of times my face cloths can go kind of smelly overnight because they just hold on to so much water. And they don't dry, so they get kind of, not mildewy, but you know what I mean. They're damp. So this does not do that. This is basically 2 layers of cheesecloth sewn together. So even though it's not, it's not the biggest, it's not the greatest, I actually quite like it. When I went on to Makeup Alley, that was the one complaint that everybody had, was everybody thought that the muslin cloth was really cheap, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they were expecting something that was like a face cloth, and that's not what muslin cloths are. And it's, you're not going to get a linen cloth or anything like that. You're just going to get a muslin sheet. So I think it's actually a really good idea because it's nicer on your skin than a face cloth. And it stays cleaner, and I quite like it, so there. And I think that this one is not bad. It hasn't fallen apart, the weave isn't all broken or anything, so I think it's doing its purpose. Then the product itself, you get a really nice, and I liked the packaging. I thought it was nice. That's what drew me, because I'm like a sucker for packaging. I'm like, ooh, that looks ritzy. So I picked that up, and when I opened it, I thought, oh, that's a nice creamy product. So you can see that it's quite a nice, thick, creamy product. It doesn't lather. It goes on your skin nice and creamy. and then you rinse it off with the warm cloth, and it feels nice and smooth and just creamy and luxurious. And like I said, you sit there and you kind of feel like you got a spa treatment. So what I will say is that it has a scent, and if you're looking for like organic, this is not it. If you're concerned about parabens, I believe there is a paraben in here. There's one paraben in here, methylparaben, which is like a stabilizer. So if you're looking for that, it's not, you know, but the list of ingredients isn't that bad. It's not too scary. But like I said, if you're you know, like into like nice organic things, this is not it. I picked this up without reading any reviews on it or knowing anything about it. I just wanted to try something different because I've been using this CeraVe for like over a year, and it's just like, oh, you know what, we want to try something new. So it has a light kind of perfumey scent. It's not too crazy, although if you're very scent sensitive, you will probably go, oh, it stinks. Again, great for mature skin, great for dry skin. I think even combination skin, but I think it's too heavy for oily skin because it's quite, you know, like I said, it's fragranced and it's heavy, so it might be too creamy. It might clog your pores, but I haven't noticed any kind of pore issue or anything like that. But I'm just saying as a warning, if you have oily skin, you might find it to be too heavy and rich. But I love it because it's giving me a nice, like every night that I use it, my skin just feels so like soft. I haven't noticed, like I said, any clogged pores. It hasn't broken me out. It just feels so much more luxurious than my old regular cleanser, you know, which is just, you know, blah. But this just feels like a treat. For the price at $10, I think it's a great way to try out the cleanse and polish. And when I went and I read the reviews on Makeup Alley, they were all, I think, pretty much all positive. There was, of course, one girl on there that was like, she hated everything about it, but you'll find people like that everywhere. But for the most part, everybody really likes it. The other complaints you hear about is the cloth. People think that it's cheap. I actually quite like it. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I like the fact that you can see how much product you have. I like the fact that you get a lot of product. It was only $10, and I don't really feel any need to try the Liz Earle because I liked it, and then I read reviews of other people that have used it and the Liz Earle, and some of them even liked it better than the Liz Earle. The fragrance is a little bit lighter, and it's easier to get a hold of, and it's less expensive. So that's the number 7 Radiance Boosting Hot Cloth Cleanser, and I think it's great for dry skin, mature skin. Might want to be careful if you have oily skin. It might be too heavy, but overall, I think it's worth a try. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.